Hey everybody, it's Sunday morning, the 16th of April, and there were some birthdays this weekend, some friends of mine. Happy birthday if you happen to watch. It's been an interesting weekend, been mostly good. I'm getting over some stress regarding my mail. I thought it was a fish, and it kept coming, and I eventually responded, and dang it, I got hacked. So I've been dealing with that, changing all my passwords and securing things, and it's been a stressor, a bit of ongoing stress. It's unfortunate. I knew it, damn it, and I still ended up because it was so insistent, and then I kept looking to see, and it looked, and I would try to go further and see how legit this is, and I didn't go far enough, and I was able to secure stuff, but there was some damage, and people got spammed with emails. Oh man, there's some really, well, it's just the way the life is. There's some really unscrupulous people in this world who will do anything and a lot of bad things. So that's the negative. Everything else is really quite pretty good. Cheers, everyone. Got my good old black sweater on again because temperature dropped these last couple of days. So the video shoot for the upcoming David Nance, I'm pretty sure he's going to call the album Mowed Sound, like you're mowing the lawn. Dave has some funny ideas. It was a joyous occasion. It really was. I had a lot of fun. It was 6 to midnight video shoot, which is pretty good, actually. And we got in everything on time, which is also, you folks who have done film work or video work know that, time can be your enemy. And we did pretty good. It was great to see everyone. I don't hang out, like I say, I don't go out drinking and stuff, so I don't see these guys except to play with them. So it's really good to see David and the rest of the band, and Sam, who is my replacement on bass, since I wouldn't tour. And there's no animosity. It's wonderful. And it's really up to me to be that way because, I'm the senior, and it's like, Sam's just a musician, and it was nothing personal. It's like, well, Dave's got to play, and I don't want to tour, so we got Sam. And so it was fun. I look forward to the final edit. Nick Packler was the director, and he had a good crew. It turned out that Cubby, who I've been playing music with, was on crew. But Cubby has worked with Nick and I. He actually performed in Dreama for one show. So it was a really fun, warm night. I could make some social commentary, but I'm going to pass because it's like the world is so crazy. It's like it just doesn't, to point out all the negatives, it's like it just doesn't, what good does it do? It seems like we're under a spell. It really seems like the planet is under a dark spell because nothing is getting better. In little clumps in our personal lives, we experience wonderful things. But the trajectory of society and mankind, and that's the traditional word we use to talk about the whole of humanity, we're definitely on a decline. So, oh yeah, and besides that, yesterday I had some good meetings with people. One person is new, who I met through Jay Creamer, instrument maker, professor of music, and then I met with Mary Lawson of Messengix. She's another one of the local extremely talented musicians that I've tried to work with. It's been like this, but had a great conversation yesterday, and probably will through her set up some shows. But anyway, one of the last things I played all the way through that I can show you is, I hadn't played this in a while, David Byrne, Brian Eno, My Life in the Bush of Ghosts. This has really aged well. There's parts of this sound that sound like it was just recorded today. That's saying something. There's other parts where the sampling is like, yeah, this was the beginning of sampling. And some of the topics that, they chose to sample the religious stuff, to me that stuff is aged. It's like, I can see where at the time it would have been like, for a lot of people would have been like, ooh, what is this? What is this? And it would seem kind of exotic, the setting with the music and the ranting, the religious ranting. But that's the part of it that, as I was listening to it, it's like, man, the world's just gone so much more crazy since then. This isn't exotic. The best part of this is the music. Really good album. I don't have anything else to show. You can do a poll. Do I have anything here that No, that's it. I'm actually not going to worry about showing some records. A check-in, really, Another observation I'll make is that, I'm not starting to, but I really do get the impression that quite a bit of the fomenting of division and just outright mentally unwell sort of babble and content that I see in social media, especially on Twitter. Twitter is a cesspool. It seems manufactured. It strikes me as there's an agenda where there are people behind a curtain, metaphorically or whatever, who are driving this negative narrative for some sort of heinous purpose. Seems like the main reason I can see is that they profit from it. But it seems so negative and downright evil to me that I can't help shake this feeling that there's more to it, that it's like we're just like there's some sort of mind control or some kind of shit is going on, And since nothing can be proven by a common person like me, I don't know what's going on. All I can do is speculate. But it sure does strike me that every day you look at the news and you look at the headlines and then you look at the political stuff going on, and it's like everything seems like the world is truly mad. Is it different than it ever was? Probably not, but it does seem like we're at a critical time in history where right now things are particularly unstable. The homeless thing says a whole lot right there, and it's not, and it's. Let me get this out and then I'll be quiet because I'm just thinking. It's early in the morning. It's real clear to me that when it comes to governments and people who are in positions of power and doing things, that their economic capitalist focus means that there is no agenda regarding the homeless. That part of the population is not even part of their equation. And because of that, to me, it's so obvious that everything is on the path to just fail more. These people who are being left behind literally now are guaranteeing that we don't have a shining future. For those who can afford to pay for their little shining future, there's that. I don't know. Just some thoughts I'm having. Some of you are probably thinking, man, show some records. Don't shut up and show some records. You know? Well, that's what's on my mind this morning, and I thought I'd check in. It's Sunday, it's not even Monday. Monday through Friday, I kind of like to try to, anymore, try to do something every day, let you know. I watched some of Coachella, and a lot of it is like, yeah, I'm old, this is entertainment, and this fizzy pop sort of modern day sound of pop music is just like, this is crap. The one thing I did enjoy, two things I enjoyed, okay. From a sociological point of view, I really felt the Bad Bunny deal. How it's a celebration of his people, and it's like, I understand it, from the aspect of, being a minority and the struggle to be recognized and getting our place at the table, as it were. So that was pretty damn cool to just realize what was happening with Bad Bunny's set. So I felt it. Musically, the one thing I have enjoyed, two things. Gorillaz was okay. I'm still not buying their records, but Gorillaz' set was cool. Dinner Party, I enjoyed. Musically, the most of what I watched. And yes, it was cool to see folks that I was just hanging out with, a month ago, Kamasi Washington and Terrace Martin, up there on the big stage, Sure, deep inside, I'd love to be there with them, Not interested in the big hoopla that it takes to get there. Terrace was very honest about that when he was in town talking at his father's memorial about the wickedness of the music industry. I'm really not interested in it. I like music. So that's a little bit more there for you. Okay, I will. I'll do a poll. And I'm looking over here, which means go over here even though you know exactly what everything is. If I go there, I know what that is. If I go here, I know what it is, but not quite. Maybe I'll get something surprising. Let's see. Did I? Well, not really. But I tell you what, John McLaughlin is someone who I celebrate, and I love how he is activated. Even at his age, he is active all the time, playing all the time. He and his wife, very active. I see he posts where they walk all the time with their dogs. He's a very vibrant man. This is a recent album of his, Liberation Time. This was recorded during COVID. And mostly this is really quite good. The integration of the Eastern and Western, the Indian thing into what he does is seamless, and it's wonderful. It's great music. So that's basically what's going on right now, and let me know how you're doing. Hey family, hey Stephanie, I'm glad that I got to check in with you on the Zoom yesterday in between my meetings, and I hope things are going well, and thank you folks who were willing to lend her a hand. These are tough times, for everybody. So, we would do well to help one another rather than fight each other. That's again why I just keep making these comments, because it's like all these people in these suits and have all this power and all this stuff, and they're just so stupid. Where is their wisdom? I see literally just so little wisdom in action when it comes to people in positions of power and influence. It's so selfish, and the focus is just wrong, and it won't change. But as I keep saying, it helps my sanity to express this. It does. It helps me to deal with it, knowing, well, I'm glad I'm not one of them. I am. I'm glad I'm not one of them. Okay, people. Take care.